Very good evening. I welcome all of you to this second night of Tax Navratri batch, and today's discussion is going to be on input tax credit. Yes, so pay attention totally. Bit vast topic we are going to do today, that is input tax credit. It starts with, yes, it starts with section 16. So it's section 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, isn't it? Yes, it's section 16 to section 20. Okay, no problem. Let's start. So see friends, what is section 16? And basically before that, what is input tax credit? Input tax credit or ITC is very simple concept, but it is heart and soul of GST. It is heart and soul of GST because whatever tax is paid on purchase of particular goods, yes, whatever tax is paid on purchase of particular goods or on availment of particular service, that tax which is paid or payable on such purchase of goods or availment of service is called as input tax. So is the concept of input tax clear to all of you? When I collect tax on sale, it is called as output tax, and when the tax is payable on purchase, it is called as input tax. Yes, very good. So friends, as an end consumer, if I think about purchasing goods, I am not bothered with input tax. It is just my expense, isn't it? I purchased this particular pen for 8,000 rupees, okay, including GST. For 8,000 rupees including GST. If I am end consumer of this, I am not bothered with what is the GST amount. Full 8,000 including GST becomes my cost. Understood? When will it matter to me what is the GST component in that? It will matter to me when I am not end consumer, but I am using this particular commodity in course or furtherance of business. So where any goods or services are purchased and which are used in course or furtherance of business, then input tax credit can be availed. So what is the difference? क्या difference होता है between availment and utilization? What is the difference between availment of ITC and utilization of ITC? Avail means you accumulate that credit, and utilize means to pay the output tax you use it. Means yes, very good Ankush, it is like set off. Absolutely correct, it is like set off. It will reduce your output tax. So in very simple language, to tell you about ITC, suppose I am purchasing goods for 1 lakh rupees, paying GST of 18,000 on it, right? And then I am further selling for 1,50,000. Same goods, literally same goods I am selling for 1,50,000. GST on that at 18%, do you agree, will be 27,000? 1,50,000 into 18% will be 27,000. Now to pay this 27,000, I can use earlier what I have paid on purchase of these goods, that is rupees 18,000. And net, how much will I pay? Net I will pay 9,000 rupees, correct? So this 9,000 rupees becomes net GST payable. So originally concept is so important and so simple. So why the concept of ITC? Because there should be no cascading effect. Cascading effect means tax on tax. there should not be tax on tax. If 18,000 set off was not given, I would have taken my purchase cost as 1,18,000. I would have added my profit and other costs and then charged tax. So end consumer would have paid tax on tax. So tax on tax होना चाहिए कि नहीं होना चाहिए? Should there be tax on tax or there shouldn't be tax on tax? There shouldn't be tax on tax. Absolutely. That's why concept of input tax credit. How many sections cover input tax credit? I told you at the beginning that this 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 primarily cover input tax credit. 5 sections. Can I start with section 16? At the outset only, I will tell you that for CA intermediate, 16, 17, 18, these 3 will matter. 16, 17, 18. And for CS executive and CS professional, 16 to 20 all will be important. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Apart from that, even 49.5 will be important for all of you. What is 49.5? It is utilizing the input tax credit to pay the output tax. Okay, चलो तो आगे बढ़ते. विथ सेक्शन सब सेक्शंस कल का सबको क्लियर हो गया. वैल्यूएशन विथ सेक्शन सब सेक्शंस क्लॉजेस क्लियर हो गया. वैल्यूएशन यस, वैसे ही आज like same like yesterday is today's motto to clear every section and subsection from ITC. Wonderful. कितने लोग आ गए? How many people have joined? Let me check. Yes, 38 of you have joined and many of you are taking advantage of recordings as well. Very good. So you can download the app CA Pratik Neve Zest Learning on the from Android store, that Google Play Store, and you can take this batch on that app as well, the recordings. It's a part of your package that I am giving you. And those who are using iPhone, you can download My Institute. Okay, on the App Store you can download My Institute. In My Institute, it will ask you for one code. XQJRO is the code that you should put, and then Zest Learning app will be downloaded, and on that again you can take this batch, take up this batch. You will be admitted in this batch, and in this batch you can go to videos and start accessing these videos. Yesterday's videos already uploaded. Today's video also will be uploaded. Let's start with 16. Check. Your notes are updated. Okay. In the you can say in the link I have updated the notes. Check. See, it's okay even if you just pay attention to me. Section 16, subsection 1, eligibility to claim ITC. Who is eligible to claim ITC? So any registered person. Obviously, in order to be eligible to claim ITC, you should be a registered person. Do you agree? So any registered person will be eligible to claim ITC. Okay. Secondly, ITC can be claimed with respect to GST. ITC can be claimed with respect to GST, which is payable on purchase of goods or services or both. Important point is that these goods or services should be used in course or furtherance of business. Agreed? So this is your section 16 subsection 1. Whatever is your ITC amount that gets credited to some account maintained on common portal, that account is called as e-credit ledger. Which ledger? E-credit ledger. Okay, clear all of you? Yes. My request to Rutvika, Prasuna, my request to you will be, whatever doubts you have to ask other than GST, like batch code, something not happening, this not happening, that not happening, with respect to videos and all, you can please ask me on the WhatsApp afterwards. I'll reply to each and every doubt. I have been replying to each and every doubt. But this 3 hours I would not like to invest time in that. Agreed na? Because as we go ahead you will see ITC is very deep. So I think 16.1 is clear to you. What is 16.2? 16.2 is 4 conditions should be satisfied in order to claim ITC. Nishigandha, what are the 4 conditions to be satisfied? Listen, A, B, C, D. Okay? He should be in possession of tax invoice or any other tax paying document. That could be debit note also. So he means who? The one who wants to claim ITC. He should be in possession of tax invoice or any other tax paying document. Secondly, the goods or services should be actually received. Do you remember? Goods services should be actually received. Means what, friends? I have ordered the goods of 1 lakh rupees. I have got the invoice of 1 lakh rupees plus 18,000 GST. Everything has happened perfectly. Agreed? Everything has happened perfectly. But did I get the goods in my factory? No, I did not get the goods in my factory yet. Can I claim ITC? No. So in order to claim ITC, the goods or services should be actually received. Agreed all of you? Yes. Wonderful. Then comes third clause or C clause. The tax on the supply should be actually paid. Tax on the supply should be actually paid to whom? To the government. Now who is paying the tax on the supply actually? So actually the tax on the supply is paid by obviously supplier in normal cases. Yes, because it is his duty to pay tax to the government. Agreed all of you? And lastly, the GST return should have been furnished. So totally there are 4 conditions to be satisfied: A, B, C, D. If all these 4 conditions are satisfied, then and then only ITC can be claimed, or you can say ITC can be availed. Okay. Then comes subsection 3. Assume that I am purchasing a machine of 10 lakh rupees. कितने का machine purchase किया? I am purchasing machine of 10 lakhs. On 10 lakhs there is GST of 1,80,000 and I am a registered person. Am I going to claim ITC of 1,80,000? Yes. Because I am a registered person, I am going to claim ITC of 1,80,000. I am interested in claiming that ITC. Agreed? Now friends, the point is, depreciation of Income Tax Act is a benefit. That benefit should be claimed only on 10 lakh rupees and not on 11,80,000. Did you understand? Depreciation of Income Tax Act should be claimed only on rupees 10 lakhs and not on 11,80,000. So if I claim depreciation on 11,80,000, I will not be able to claim ITC of 1,80,000. So दोस्तों, students what they usually feel is depreciation cannot be claimed. So I never said depreciation cannot be claimed. I am saying if you claim depreciation on tax component, that is a GST component of the capital goods, then ITC of such capital goods cannot be claimed. Understood the point, Anup? Understood? So is there any restriction to claim ITC on 10 lakh rupees? In my example, no. It can be claimed on this amount of what? On this amount of capital goods excluding GST. Two benefits cannot be taken together. Which two benefits? Benefit of depreciation under Income Tax Act on the GST part and ITC of GST. These two benefits cannot be taken together. क्या यहाँ तक सबको clear? Is it clear to all of you till this point? And are you able to focus just looking at me? Not even just visualize all the things and just follow everything. Okay, table charts तो आपको मिल गए हैं. You can obviously refer to them afterwards, but as of now focus on me and try to understand each and everything. Okay, now friends, I am going to 1 to critical points. See if you understand them. First point, Ketki, I want to tell you is, you know that goods should be actually received or services should be actually received in order to claim ITC. Isn't it, Nishigandha? Goods should be actually received, services should be actually received. Yes. Sometimes what happens, I am from Maharashtra, I am going to sell goods to someone in Karnataka. I am A, I am from Maharashtra. There is another party B who is from Karnataka, and B is going to sell goods to C who is in Maharashtra. So now imagine, will the goods go from Maharashtra to Karnataka and come back from Karnataka to Maharashtra again? Won't it be wastage of amount, wastage of resources? So what is logical? Logical is that A sends the goods directly to C. Yash, are you getting it? A will send the goods directly to C. Yes. This is called as Ketki, absolutely correct. Siddhi, this is called as bill to ship model. Chaitanya, समझ में आ गया? This is called as bill to ship model. Now in this bill to ship model, actually how many transactions have taken place? Question is, how many transactions have taken place? Two transactions have taken place. A selling goods to B and then B selling goods to C. But A has directly sent goods to C. Transactions are two, but transit of goods is A to C. So my question to you is very simple. Has B received the goods physically? B has not physically received the goods, but still should B be able to claim ITC? Yes. This is called as explanation to section 16 subsection 2 clause B. Darshan ji, समझ में आ गया? This is called as explanation to section 16 subsection 2 clause B. Section 16 subsection 2 was conditions to claim ITC. In that, second condition was goods should be actually received. Now when I am talking about B, B has not received the goods, but C has received the goods on behalf of B. So it is deemed that B has received the goods, and Purushottam, B can claim ITC. This is bill to ship model. So what is the conclusion? You know, it is deemed receipt of goods. Correct? It is deemed receipt of goods. Agreed, all of you? Yes, no? So quickly tell me in the chat window. Yes, all of you have understood it. Very good. Same thing can happen for services also. So in short, this all is given in explanation to section 16 subsection 2 clause B. And this same subsection, friends, that is subsection 2, has 3 provisos. How many provisos? 3. What are those 3 provisos? Understand. When inputs are received in lots or in installments, क्या हुआ? What happened? Today is 27th September. Today I received 20,000 units of goods. On 1st October, I will receive 10,000 units of goods. And on 1st November, I will receive another 20,000 units of goods. For all this, how many units? 50,000 units. Invoice is sent today. Can I claim ITC today? ITC cannot be claimed proportionate basis in this case. When will ITC be claimed? ITC will be claimed only on receipt of last lot or installment. क्या आपको याद है? Do you remember this thing? Yes, wonderful, wonderful. In this case, friends, if 3 different invoices are made, then ITC can be claimed at each of the receipt, isn't it? What is the problem here? Problem here is inputs are received in lots or in installments against an invoice, that is against one invoice. Then ITC can be claimed only on receipt of last lot or installment. Siddhi, is it clear? Alfia, is it clear? Yes, wonderful. Now comes second proviso. Okay, second proviso is, if you observe entire section, conditions wala kaun sa subsection hai, which is subsection for conditions. We are still doing section 16 only. For section 16, the subsection for conditions is very good. Subsection 2. How many clauses are there? 4. Yes. None of the clause talks about when recipient of supply should make payment to supplier, isn't it? क्या कहीं पे लिखा गया है that when recipient of supply should make payment to supplier? It's not said anywhere in the clauses. Yes, very good, Vansh. But proviso second of section 16 subsection 2 says that recipient of supply should make payment to supplier within 180 days. Asta, how many days? 180 days from the date of invoice. If not made, then what is the punishment? Amount equal to ITC availed. Whatever ITC have availed earlier will be added to the output tax. Okay, will be added to the output tax, and that too, don't be over possessive with the interest part. Main thing is what? Whatever amount of ITC you have availed earlier, that will be added back to the output tax. on expiry of that 180 days. Yes, along with the interest, which will be at 18% per annum for last 180 days. So danger is the provision. Understood, all of you? Yes, very good, Kashish. Very good, Mathya Vathani. And Riya and Sridhar, you have understood the interest part. Sahana, Vansh, I hope you have understood the entire provision, not only the interest part. And Aditya is saying, can you repeat this point once? Of course, yes. Point is very simple. I'll repeat, but I'll tell you something in addition. What happened is I purchased goods. Aditya, I purchased goods of 1 lakh. GST on that is 18,000. Today I got the goods. 27 September. Now I got the goods, I got the invoice also. I filed the GST return also. Supplier is kind enough, he paid the tax on supply to the government. So every condition is satisfied. So Aditya, I claimed ITC in the month of September itself. But it so happened that 180 days passed and still I did not pay 1,18,000 to the supplier. I should have paid to the supplier, but I did not pay to the supplier. 180 days have lapsed. Government says on 181st day, 18,000 rupees, which is the amount of ITC availed by me, should be added to my output tax along with interest at 18% per annum of last 180 days. Did you understand, Aditya? Yes. And there is one more proviso to this. That proviso says, if subsequently means after this event, recipient of supply pays to the supplier value plus GST, then he can again claim ITC. I can again avail ITC if I do my mistake good. What was my mistake? My mistake was not paying the supplier. If I make my mistake good, I can again avail ITC. Agreed? But no recourse for the interest paid. Interest paid continues with the government. Is it clear to all of you? Tell me honestly. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. So these are your provisos to section 16, subsection 2. Okay, now comes 16.4. Very critical, 16.4. What is 16.4? You know, it cannot happen that you can claim ITC at any point of time. There should be time limit for claiming ITC. Agreed? So there is a time limit for claiming ITC. What is that time limit? Yes, check now. What is that time limit? The wordings could be tricky, but provision is actually simple. The last date of claiming ITC is due date of filing GST return for the month of September after the end of financial year to which the invoice pertains. It is obvious now, friends, they are giving me time limit of 6 months from the end of the financial year. So which is 6th month after the end of financial year? It is September. Okay, so it is due date of filing return, of course under GST, for the month of September, isn't it? For the month of September following the end of financial year to which the invoice pertains, or अगर मैंने इसके पहले ही एनुअल रिटर्न फाइल किया जीएसटी के अंडर तो वो डेट. So in short, whichever is earlier. So second date is actual date of filing annual return under GST for the relevant financial year. Whichever is, as I told you earlier. Agreed? Annual return file होता है. Annual return is filed under in form GSTR 9. Since this is revision batch, I should tell you all the things. GSTR 9 में फाइल होता है एंड नॉर्मल रिटर्न फाइल होता है GSTR 3B. यस, वंडरफुल. वंश इज सेइंग क्या क्या एक प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन करवा देना. ओके ओके, सबका करने वाला हूँ प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन. आई डोंट नो ये स्क्रीन ना ब्लॉक हो गई है, स्क्रीन हैंग हो गई है, तो यू कैनॉट सी माई स्क्रीन एक्चुअली. लेट्स सी. आप एक ध्यान दो, ब्रेक में आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ स्क्रीन. उसके पहले जो भी विदाउट स्क्रीन हो सकता है वो करेंगे. ध्यान दो. एंड आपको ऑलरेडी जो नोट्स भेजे ना उसमें सब कुछ है आज, मतलब रिवीजन बैच के नोट्स. ओके, उसमें सब कुछ सॉल्व तो है, कुछ सम्स भी हम क्लास में देखेंगे. बट एक 16(4) का एग्जाम्पल आपको बोलता हूं, आप ध्यान दो. सपोज एक इनवॉइस है डेटेड 31 दिसंबर 21. तो आपको देखना क्या है, मैंने परचेस किया है, आई हैव परचेस्ड वंश, आई हैव परचेस्ड ऑन 31 दिसंबर 21. सो वो कौन से फाइनेंशियल ईयर में आता है? 31 December 21 will fall in financial year 21-22. Yes. अब देखना है, now you have to check which is the September after 31st March 22. 31st March 22 के बाद वाला सितंबर कौन सा है? Yes, it is September 2022. What is the due date of filing GST return for the month of September 2022? So it will be 20 October 2022. So this actually will become last date of claiming ITC. But मैं बहुत ही ज़्यादा एफिशिएंट हूँ और मैंने 31 अगस्त को रिटर्न फाइल किया है. आई एम वेरी एफिशिएंट and I filed my annual return on 31st August itself. GST's annual return I filed on 31st August itself. Then the last date will become 31st August 2022. Because after filing annual return, Swati, after filing annual return, can I make any changes? Answer is no. That's why whichever is earlier. But if I had filed annual return on 1st November 2022, then what will be last date of filing? It will be 20 October 2022. Wonderful. समझ में आ गई बात? Did you understand the whole issue? Yes. So this is your 16(4). So I hope 16(4) is very clear to all of you. So this way entire section 16 should be clear. Yes? Very good. Can I go to 17? ये कौन है कौन है कौन है? Who is this? Megha. Can I go to 17? Yes. Very good. चलो, और बाकी लोगों का कैमरा कहाँ पे? यस, वेरी गुड. चलो, 17 इज व्हाट? 17 मजेदार एकदम. 17 टॉक्स अबाउट हाउ मेनी सबसेक्शंस, यू टेल मी. ये तो आपके बाएं हाथ का खेल है. 17 टॉक्स अबाउट अपॉर्शनमेंट एंड ब्लॉक्ड क्रेडिट्स in input tax credit, isn't it? 17 actually has got 5 subsections. 17.1 is apportionment. 17.2 is also apportionment. 17.3 is also apportionment. 17.4 is also apportionment. 17.4 is apportionment in case of, can you tell me? 17.4 is apportionment in case of banks and in case of financial institutions. याद है ना आपको? You remember that? What is 17.5? 17.5 is blocked credits. Can I discuss with you important clauses from blocked credits? Blocked credits, my dear friends, means what? Blocked credits का मतलब होता है, it means such goods and services, very good Shripada, of which ITC will not be allowed. Very good Sahana, very good Ankush. You will not get ITC on such purchase. That is block credits. As simple. Where is scoring in the exam? Okay, there are 11 clauses. How many clauses? 11. 11. What are 11 clauses? A, AA, AB, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. From A to I, there are 11 clauses. Okay. अब देखो, which all clauses are critical. Okay. 1, that is vehicles, motor vehicles. Will you get ITC on motor cars, motor vehicles? No ITC. Okay. No ITC for such motor vehicles if it is used in transportation of persons where sitting capacity does not exceed 1/313 including driver. Which sitting capacity? Approved sitting capacity, not what you feel. You have correct, not what you feel. You have taken Innova and you adjust 14 in that. What you adjust is not important. Important is what is approved sitting capacity. If its approved sitting capacity is 8, then yes, ITC is blocked. Logic. What's the logic? Such purchases could be made for personal use, isn't it? So, friends, even if such purchases are for business use, ITC is blocked. Government doesn't have trust on you. They say ITC will be blocked. Correct? They are saying Scorpio is taken for the purpose of business. And they have put it in their balance sheet. But can they claim ITC? Answer is no. Okay. If I am talking about tempo, truck, bulldozer, will ITC be available? Tempo, truck, absolutely yes, because it is used for transportation of goods. What about bus, minivan? ITC will be allowed because its sitting capacity exceeds 13. समझ में आ रहा है ना? Yes, okay. Alefia, I think your mic is on, so please put it on mute. There is a request from one participant, from one student. Please do that. Thank you. Very good. You understood this point, no? Okay. But in whichever motor vehicles ITC is blocked, it will still be allowed. अब देखो मैं हक से आपके सामने completely आ जाता हूँ. In India we use trucks to transport people. Okay, no, but ITC will be allowed because anyways every transport will not be checked. Okay. So now friends, what I was telling you, yes, if it is such goods, if it is such vehicle which is used for transportation of persons not exceeding 13, approved seating capacity not exceeding 13, still ITC will be allowed. Where it will be allowed? If it is used for making taxable supply. Which taxable supply? It is used for making taxable supply of transportation of passengers. Your business itself is transportation of passengers. Many people, many students will be confused here unnecessarily. Software company is using Tata Indica car for transporting its employees. ITC will be allowed or blocked? What do you think? Sahana, this is the confusion. ITC friends will be blocked. Listen to my example again. A software company is using Tata Indica car for transporting its employees. So it is not engaged in outward taxable supply of transportation of passengers. It is blocked. My second example to you is, there is a transport agency to whom a software company has outsourced the work of transporting its employees. Now, the car purchased by that transport agency for transporting persons, will ITC be allowed? Exactly, it will be allowed. यही तो आपको छोटे छोटे डिफरेंस कैच करने हैं. These are the small differences which you have to catch. Agreed, all of you? Sir, for my question you said to revert today. Which question of yours, Kashish? Yes, very good, Ankush. Outward taxable supply is there in this case. Yes, very good. Kashish ji, if the question is very specific, then if you can WhatsApp me, I'll answer after the session. If it is related to this topic, you put it here. Okay. I hope friends you understood. Related to this only. Okay, so you frame the question. I forgot it then probably. What question you are asking? Okay. So I hope till this point it's clear. Okay. Secondly, if that particular vehicle is used for outward supply of training of driving such vehicles, will ITC be allowed? Yes, it will be allowed. Then when, in what other purpose it is allowed? If you are dealer of such vehicles, means a Kia Motors showroom is there. They are purchasing Kia cars from manufacturer. Will ITC be allowed? Of course, yes, because they are engaged in further supply of such vehicles. Agreed, all of you? Okay, wonderful. So there is one big question that Kashish has sent me. Let me read it and let me check whether it is within my limits to answer this question. देखते थोड़ा. If motor vehicle of which sitting capacity is less than 13, she is saying, is purchased by company for transportation of employees in furtherance of business. Example, Asian Paints purchases 5-seater for traveling of painters to provide painting service at various places. Will ITC be allowed? So what? What is the obvious solution for this? Why Kashishu got this question is because you are applying the logic. Answer is, my subordinates are giving the answer. Answer is blocked. Very good. Straightforward answer is blocked. Because in your example, Kashish, Asian Paints is not engaged in outward taxable supply of transportation of passengers. Now why you feel ITC will be allowed is because you are applying the logic that it is used in course or furtherance of business. आप ये लॉजिक लगा रहे हो. But when 17.5 starts, what 17.5 says? 17.5 says that ITC on following will not be allowed, and notwithstanding means even if conditions of section 16.2 are satisfied, means even if it falls in section 16 or section 18, means even if it is used in course or furtherance of business, still ITC will be blocked in following 11 cases. Kashish ji, clear ho gaya? Is it clear to you? So overriding effect, na? Very good, very good. Purushottam, clear? So obviously, transport shall be main business activity means it should be engaged in outward supply of transport, outward taxable supply of transport. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. But same company purchases bus, this Asian Paints purchases bus, ITC will be allowed because it's not blocked. It is blocked only for such vehicles where sitting capacity is not exceeding 30. So apply this logic, keep this point very clear in your mind. Chalo, similar point is there in, yes, vessels and aircrafts. ITC is blocked in vessels and aircraft, isn't it? But in certain situations ITC is allowed. In 4 situations ITC is allowed. Okay, बहुत interesting है, this is very interesting. If it is engaged in outward taxable supply of vessels and aircraft, ITC will be allowed. Means there is a company, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which is engaged in, suppose, purchasing planes and selling planes. Will ITC be allowed for such planes purchased by them? Answer is absolutely yes. Correct, no? Second is, the entity is engaged in outward taxable supply of providing training in flying such aircrafts. ITC will be allowed. It is engaged in navigating such conveyances. Darshan, flying aircrafts, navigating such conveyances. Common point is it is engaged in outward taxable supply of training. ITC will be allowed. Agreed? And it is engaged in outward taxable supply of transportation of passengers. तो आप एयर इंडिया को नहीं बोल सकते. You cannot tell Air India don't take ITC on newly purchased planes because it is blocked. No, it is allowed for them because they are engaged in outward taxable supply of transportation of passengers. Subetha, is the point clear? I hope I have pronounced your name properly. जिनका camera off है, those whose camera is off, I am totally clueless about them. I can take guarantee of Astha, Purushottam, Nishigandha, Darshan. Their guarantee I can take. Yes, that they are understanding. I don't know about others. And now Prachi has joined that club. Vanch has joined that club. Yes, and even Shraddha is there from beginning. Good. Priyanka Ved, are you with me? Shruti? Nikhil? Yes, Kashish is saying I am also understanding, and okay, very good, very good. Krisha, अभी तक समझ में आ गया सब कुछ? You understood all the things till now? Yes, wonderful. Rishika, clear till now? Yes. Good. Rutvika? Chalo, let's go ahead, friends. Let's go ahead. Very good. Huh? Let's go ahead. One critical point in this is like this. See, if it is used, it means aircraft or vessel is used in transportation of goods. Understood the point? Then ITC will be allowed. Means what? Reliance Industries purchasing a flight aircraft which is used in transportation of critical goods. It's a cargo aircraft. Will ITC be allowed? Yes, it will be allowed. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. And second example, DHL, okay, a cargo company, or Blue Dart, a cargo company purchasing aircraft to transport goods of its clients. ITC will be allowed. So in both of the cases, ITC will be allowed. So friends, it could be your own goods or it could be goods of your client. In both cases, ITC will be allowed. Is it clear to all of you? Is 17.5's these 2 points clear to all of you? Because other points are pretty simple. Okay. Few more points I want to tell you, which are in general from other clauses, but which are important, are like this. If instead of purchasing the aircraft, purchasing the vessel, purchasing the motor vehicle, if I take such things on lease, then is ITC allowed on lease rentals GST? Answer is no. It is blocked. Very good, Praveen. It is blocked. Another question to you is, insurance is taken out for such aircrafts on which ITC is blocked. I am saying aircrafts on which ITC is blocked, on such aircraft insurance is taken. Will ITC be allowed of such insurance? Answer is no. So it is blocked on insurance, repairs, maintenance and such services in relation to such aircraft, vessels, vehicles on which originally the ITC is blocked. Prachi, is the point clear to you? Gajalakshmi? Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for the immediate reply. Understanding, na? Acha, what? Tell me, I'll give you 1-2 examples. Indigo Airlines, that is Interglobe Aviation, what they do is they do repairs, maintenance of their aircraft. Will ITC be allowed of that repairs, maintenance? Means GST on that repairs, maintenance? Many of you friends are saying that it will be blocked. So my googly was perfect. Interglobe Aviation means Indigo Airlines is ITC allowed on the aircrafts purchased by Indigo Airlines? Krisha, is ITC allowed for, yes, for aircrafts purchased by Indigo Airlines, isn't it? So will ITC on insurance also be allowed on such aircrafts? Will test ITC on repairs, maintenance be also allowed? Yes, absolutely it will be allowed. Did you understand the point? Sir, can you please repeat the point? I am confused. अरे केतकी जी कितना सिंपल पॉइंट है. Point is so simple. I'll give you 2 more examples. Pay attention. Government का क्या बोलना है? If you understand government's intention, you'll easily understand it. Mr. Ambani purchased aircraft for transportation of persons, means for board of directors in the company. Is ITC allowed? No. Wonderful. It's not allowed. Now, on this aircraft or for this aircraft, if they do insurance, if they do repairs maintenance, will ITC be allowed? वंडरफुल. समझ में आ गया कि आपको नहीं अलाउ होगा. अब मेरा एग्जाम्पल ऐसे आपको, रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज परचेसेस अनदर एयरक्राफ्ट for which is a cargo aircraft for transporting goods. Is ITC allowed? इस पे तो अलाउड है. Yes. So they will do insurance of this aircraft. They will do maintenance of this aircraft. Will ITC be allowed on that insurance? केतकी जी ऑब्वियसली yes. जिस एयरक्राफ्ट का ITC मिलता है उस एयरक्राफ्ट के लिए जो काम किया जाता है उसका भी ITC मिलता है. केतकी, आर यू कन्विंस्ड? पक्का आपको देख के नहीं लगता है? लुकिंग एट यू आई डोंट फील सो. देखो, इंडिगो एयरलाइंस परचेसेस एयरक्राफ्ट, will ITC be allowed to them? Indigo Airlines are engaged in transportation of passengers, so yes, they take the aircraft on lease. Is ITC allowed to them? Yes. कौन नो बोल रहा है अभी? प्रवीण जी, ऐसे मत कंफ्यूज हो जाओ. मिलता है भाई. You get it. Shriprada, you get it. So why not? Lease also you get. बेटो ये रिवीजन बैच है बच्चों. You get it friends, you get it. हाँ एग्जैक्टली. कैसे आपको समझाऊं प्रवीण जी एंड श्रीप्रदा जी एंड केतकी जी, मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा अभी. बट आपको समझा क्या पॉइंट? आप बात को समझ लो. यू अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट. You understand the underlying issue. Okay. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So Indigo Airlines, if does insurance on such aircrafts, ITC will be allowed. Because on the original aircraft also ITC was allowed. So when on original aircraft vessel ITC is allowed, on its insurance, repairs, maintenance also ITC is allowed. But that's the point. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's go ahead. अब पढ़ लो. What I told you after this batch, आपको कुछ point लगता है ऐसे, if you feel particular point is a blockage for you, immediately you remove that blockage. You polish all these things. ITC's weightage in your syllabus of CS professional is going to be 10 marks minimum. CA Inter again 5 to 10 marks minimum. Out of 40 I am saying CA Intermediate. Out of 60 I am saying that for CS Professional it's going to be 10 to 15 marks. CS Executive also huge weightage. CMA Inter, CMA Final. So this topic has a wonderful weightage. So you polish this. I have sent you notes of this with questions. पढ़ लो आप. Yes, very good. आप समझ, you are getting it ना? 3 hours are not like luxury. 3 hours are like cut to cut for such topics. So I'll make my best effort in 3 hours, but you should extend it because सबका appetite अलग है इस point पे. Some of you are finding it very easy, some of you are finding few points tough, some of you are finding everything tough. I don't know. So everyone's appetite is different. So after today's session, according to your appetite you work. Okay, chalo. Now let's go ahead. ITC will be blocked on beauty treatment service, food beverages. You know all that list. It's blocked on those things. that list you know, on health insurance, life insurance, on all these things ITC is blocked. Now one point where students get confused and which is important point. Okay, good, good. Yeah, this will happen, Kashish. I will give lot of examples, but still it is not up to my standard. What I do in the main batch, of course, it's not up to that standard. So, ठीक है, but yes, still I gave a lot. Yes, I know. Chalo, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Where else student get confused is one factory I have to build. So construction happens. For construction you need goods, you need services. Goods and services which are used in construction of an immovable property, ITC is blocked. Cement, paints, civil engineer services, architect service, Vastu consultant service, all these things ITC will be blocked if it is used in construction of an immovable property. Got it, Shraddha? Yes. Important point to understand is what is the meaning of word construction. Construction word का भी meaning है. Construction means it will include reconstruction, heavy repairs, alterations. Whatever name you give is immaterial. Point is, if you capitalize that amount to the value of immovable property, ITC is blocked. Means what? Means I am calling particular thing repairs, but I am putting it in balance sheet. Will ITC be allowed? I am putting it in balance sheet in immovable property. It will be called as construction and ITC will be blocked. In our sums we had solved that some capital expenditure done on repairing factory shed and this is taken to balance sheet. Will ITC be allowed on such repairs? No. Very good, it will not be allowed because it is taken in the balance sheet and it is taken in balance sheet in the immovable property. इससे लोग ये भी confused रहते हैं, student get confused because of this. So anything taken to balance sheet, is ITC not allowed? No. We are in the constructions point. Anything in relation to immovable property taken to balance sheet, ITC is blocked, I am saying. So another example to you will be, from Nerolac paints, a paint is being purchased by factory, by company for painting the factory which is already in existence. Repainting is happening. This repainting comes under maintenance activity and it goes to P&L account. Will ITC be allowed? Yes. Very good. Purushottam is asking one question which is bit out of the way, but still I would like to answer that because this is revision batch. So in this, is this the reason why GST is not on built flats? Purushottam, this is not question of section 17.5. This is question of scope of supply. So I'll tell you 1-2 things in this, but all of you pay attention properly. Okay, for 2 minutes we are keeping 17.5 aside and I am explaining you something else. What is full form of GST? Goods and Services Tax. So to tax particular levy, what is a levy? Supply. Supply of what? Goods or services or both. What's the meaning of the word goods? Goods basically will mean anything which is movable in nature. Now tell me one thing, is land and building movable or immovable? It is immovable. Agreed? So friends, should there be GST on land, sale of land? Should there be GST on sale of building? Understood? 1-2 points I would like to go ahead and tell you. 1-2 points I would like to go ahead and tell you. Section 7 is scope of supply. In that, stamp duty applies is fine, but right now my question is why GST does not apply? GST does not apply because stamp duty applies is partially correct but not completely correct. Why? Let me explain you. In section 7 subsection 1a, they say that particular activity, when is a supply, whether it's a supply of goods or whether it's a supply of service, that is clarified in schedule 2. Do you all remember schedule 2? Roman 2. Schedule 2 has certain activities. One of the activities in schedule 2 is construction, and that construction of building, my dear friends, is a service. So now Purushottam, I am only opposing my statement. Listen to me carefully and understand this issue. I have explained in the main batch already this issue to you. Listen to this issue. Name of my company is Godrej Properties. As Godrej Properties, I have taken this plot of land and I have started excavating in this plot, and I am going to make a building of 18 floors. You are passing by my site and you like the site. I explain you the project and you say I want to invest in this project. Today what is the stage of my project? It is under construction. It is under construction. But I tell you, Purushottam, you can invest in this project. Your flat on 15th floor will be of 2 crore rupees. Today you pay token amount of 10 lakhs. You are ready to pay that. Because you know after 2.5 years when the building is complete, the price of your flat will be 2.5 CR. But today I am asking you for 2 CR price and token money of 10 lakhs. Are you ready to pay? You say yes. You pay me that. Now Purushottam, what I give you from today onwards is construction service. Agreed? It is a construction service. Listen. Yes, now GST will be applicable. And Ketki, after completing, when I sell him, stamp duty will also be applicable. So both become applicable. I am not able to listen to you, but both will become applicable. No, this is on. I have not connected with audio. So you will have to type only. Purushottam, now it will be partially clear to you. Let me complete it now. On 15th floor, when the building is completed, how it is to be understood that building is completed? The municipal authority will give me completion certificate, CC/OC, occupancy certificate. So on the 15th floor, besides you, the flat besides you is vacant, not yet sold. And I have got completion certificate for the whole building. And now, yes, very good, Ketki. Good. And now what happens? Ketki is passing from that site, or someone tells, or Purushottam tells Ketki that I have taken flat on 15th floor. Would you like to take flat in the same scheme? So now Ketki walks in. She likes the flat. I tell her the price of 2.25 crores. Flat is complete now. Now when I am selling her completed flat, as she is saying it is neither goods nor service. So there is no GST. So what is the point? If transaction happens before completion certificate, it's a supply of service. If transaction happens I know I was not audible. Now I'm audible, right? Now from which point I was not audible? I think you understood that flat which Purushottam purchased. Where is he gone? Okay. So flat which Purushottam purchased was actually availment of service, and the flat which Ketki purchased was actually completed flat. So it is neither goods nor service. So what I sold to Ketki falls in schedule 3, and what I sold to Purushottam falls in schedule 2. And in schedule 2, that construction is a supply of service. I hope all of you is understood. All of you understood it. All of you have got it. Yes, wonderful. Asta, very good. Good. Chalo, let's go ahead. Come back to 17.5. You understood where ITC is blocked. Clear? Where ITC is blocked. Then further it is blocked on any goods which are given away as gifts, free samples. Yes, their ITC is blocked. Where else ITC is blocked? It is blocked when any purchase happens from a person who has opted for composition scheme. There also ITC is blocked. Okay, so this way you can do blocked credits. 17.5, very important. Let us in next 9 minutes revise 17.1, 2 and 4. What is 1? It is unfair to allow ITC on, it is unfair for government to allow ITC on all purchase. What if some of the purchase I am using for personal use? ITC should be allowed or it should be blocked? For personal use, it should be blocked. So now friends, I have purchased goods of 1 lakh, but 80,000 I am using for business and 20,000 for personal. ITC should be blocked on personal, isn't it? So only means Ketki, I'll just modify that statement. On 20,000 of inputs, ITC will be blocked. Got it? So this is called as apportionment. Okay, apportion means dividing in some proportion. So in short, 20% of ITC will be blocked. 80% will be allowed. Simple. Understood? In this example, I am saying. Next example is more critical and next subsection is more critical. Pay attention. There are 3 things. How many things? 3 things for which you are using your inputs. One is selling taxable goods. Second is selling such goods which you are exporting. So goods which are exported or services which are exported, what are they called as? They are called as zero rated. Wonderful. Yes, they are called as zero rated. And third, with same inputs, you're manufacturing goods which are exempted. So now ITC is allowed, of course, for taxable supply. ITC is allowed for zero rated supply also, because exports have to be given promotion. So ITC on your purchase which are used in export should also be allowed. What should not be allowed? In exempted. Yes, wonderful. So this is how apportionment happens. So if inputs and input services are used commonly for taxable supply, including zero rated supply and exempted supply, then ITC is allowed on, yes, taxable supply including zero rated supply. It's so simple. Okay. Chalo. Very good, Kashish, and very good. All of you have answered. Surbi, very good. Chaitanya, very good. All of you have answered. Well done. And last thing, we'll revise in next 5 minutes, then take a break. Why I am telling you, you should be in a position to revise like this? Because one day before the exam, you have to revise like this only, no? You cannot read any examples, even though we are going to do the examples after the break. But you should be in a position to revise like this also. In all ways, you should be able to revise, okay? Have that strong connect with subject. Then that connection might be with the help of diagram, with the help of table, with the help of problems. Connection is connection. When student asked me that particular problem is covered, they have asked me theory on that. No problem. You convert that concept in a theory. It should be possible. Okay. 17.4 Banks. In this apportionment, banks and financial institutions have been given wonderful option. What is that option? Whatever purchase they are doing of goods, of service, on those goods service, they can avail ITC of 50% for the month, and 50% will lapse. Agreed? Friends, why this happens? Darshan, why this happens? Bank is engaged in outward supply which is taxable and outward supply which is exempt. Bank is engaged in both. Because, for example, on the interest which banks recovers from you on loan, ITC is, yes, ITC, not ITC, sorry, output tax is exempt. But on other services, output tax is chargeable. But bank is using common services like CA service, CS service, lawyer service, technical consultant service to give this both supplies. So what option bank has been given? Don't follow 17.2. Instead of that, follow 17.4. If 2,50,000 is your total ITC for the month, 1,25,000 you claim, 125 you lapse. Understood? This is apportionment for banks, but this is optional, and Chaitanya, such option once availed cannot be withdrawn during remaining part of financial year. And secondly, Shruti, when you take a service or goods from distinct person, yesterday we discussed what is distinct person. That is another person having same PAN, means own head office or own branch. then one privilege is given for these services. You can take ITC to the extent of 100%. The restriction of 50% does not apply. Is this clear to all of you? This is your apportionment of ITC 17.4. Okay, wonderful. So what have we done in today's first 1.5 hour in this festive season is section 16 and section 17. Okay, you honestly ask yourself that if this batch was not there, what you would have done with this time. And every time you manufacture the time. Okay, every day you manufacture the time. Many times we feel that I don't have time. Point is, do I have a fixed priority? If priority is fixed, you will carve out the time. So you have to carve out the time. That is important. I'm not saying it should be in lieu of sleep, कि नींद को सैक्रिफाइस कर दो, ऐसा नहीं है. 6-7 घंटे की नींद हो गई ना, लग्जरी. बाकी जो है ना आपके पास 17 hours. I am not saying study for full 17, but you have to make out time out of that for yourself. आपको लग रहा है ना you don't have time, then you check कहाँ पे time leak हो रहा है. You can apply that strategy. Okay, suppose आपने decide किया कि tomorrow 28 September I have to study for 9 hours, but eventually you did not study for 9, you study for only 5. Check वो कहाँ पे leak हुआ time. You will find it. वो बीच बीच में कहाँ पे leak हुआ. आप बस उसको सील कर दो. सील इट. यू नीड इट नाउ. ओके, चलो. सो इट्स 10:30 नाउ. आई विल सी यू बैक एट 10:45. व्हेन वी मीट बैक एट 10:45, primarily what we'll do is sums on 16 and 17. Discuss, not solve, discuss. And then go to 18. Okay, and 49.5 also. ठीक है, चलो. I'll see you at 10:45. Thank you guys.